Honestly, I swear to shit, if something jumps out at me.
Shouldn't, no.
Does anything jump out?
Don't say that.
Does it?
I don't know, I've never been here, have I?
There are 23 pairs of niches designed for candles carved into the walls of the tunnel.
I'm gonna cry.
Why would you cry?
The Monk's Walk is 45 metres, 145
That's real stone, that is.
and leads down into well over a kilometre of stuttering caverns and passages.
Oh, what's that way? Okay, cool.
The North and incredible Monk's Walk were carved out of the solid rock
This
in
entrance
the
was
early
last
1800s
used in
by
World War
Joseph
II.
Golding.
Is it? Oh yeah, they probably covered it up. Covered it up.
Aaron, I don't like it.
Chill out.
Carved into the walls.
I really don't fucking like this.
You get used to it.
Oh my god. Up there.
There's a head there. What the... Lauren, look.
I can't.
It's not real. It's just
No,
hanging.
but if I turn around, somebody's gonna pop out at me.
There's no one there. There's none there.
I swear to shit.
It's not like the Milky Way.
Oh my god, what's that over there?
That's a dummy.
Aaron, don't leave me.
It's a dummy. It's not real. Is it like the old bunkers?
Can you come back over here? I'm scared.
It's be fine.
Motherfucker!
To see old hairy Jack, have you? In the smugglers' caves. You are now standing 70 feet below ground. Did you know that? Bit damp and dark down here, innit? But that's exactly the sort of place where we smugglers like to hide our gin, tobacco, and other booty in the old days. I should know. I was here. 'Cause I was alive then. But there were people down here hundreds of years before us smugglers. Oh, yeah. Like nobody knows who carved this weird figure. You'll find it in what they call the chapel. Which happens to be the most haunted part of the caves.
No, he's joking.
Oh!
This was the original entrance. Back in 1786, some posh gent found a pair of old beggars living here. They said the caves only went back a few feet into the darkness and told them to hop it. A few feet? Ah, I warrant the smugglers were slipping them a few coins to keep out prying eyes. But more about smugglers later. Oh yes, In the early 1800s, some of the young rascals from the town used to bring their girls up here. You can imagine. So the mayor of Hastings decided that the cave should be closed and sealed. Until some years later, a gent called Joseph Golding was working in a garden up on the West Hill when the ground gave way and he nearly tumbled into the cavern. He was astounded by what he saw. And being a bit of a showman, he got permission to open the caves to the public. Lit hundreds of candles. And there is another one opposite him, just round the corner. That's the military gentleman.
What?
St. Clement's Caves was the place to visit in Victorian times. Oh, Lord, yes. Much later, during the World War, which started in 1939, the caves were used as an air raid shelter. Bombs were falling on the houses in Hastings, so people came down here to be safe.
That's twice.
Nearly 600 beds in the caves. Imagine. Then after the war, they had tours of the caves again. And tea dances. Oh, and the jazz evenings. What a racket. Enough to wake the dead. Which reminds me, you'll be wanting to discover more about the smugglers, whose spirits still roam around these caves. So on you. Uncle Harry and Jack will be around to tell you some more tales later. Come on, this way. Don't mind the ghosts.
Come on.
Some are friendly.
Count's book, which belonged to George Snack Gillam, leader of the Little Common Gang, based near Bexhill. Most of the book contains legitimate lists of groceries, but hidden amongst the pages are records of another kind. The page you can see is an account of payments for various smuggling expeditions.
Au centre de la vitrine se trouve le seul livre de comptes de contrebande connu. Il appartenait à George Gillam, chef de gang du Little Common basé près de Bexhill. Il contient surtout de simples listes d'articles d'épicerie, mais cachées parmi les pages se trouvent des informations d'une autre sorte. La page que vous pouvez voir fait le compte des paiements des différentes expéditions de contrebande.
In der Mitte des Kabinetts liegt das einzige bekannte Kontobuch eines Schmugglers, das George Gillam gehörte, dem Führer der Little Common Gang, die in der Nähe von Bexhill operierte. Der Großteil des Buches enthält Aufstellungen legitimer Kolonialwaren. Aber bei der Seite, die Sie sehen können, handelt es sich um eine Buchführung für die Bezahlung verschiedener Schmuggelexpeditionen.
Da.
We do, yes. They're down that tunnel and on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Should be a sign up there.
Thank you. I'll wait until you're done, Aaron.
Ja. Have that.
Fill that one.
This one.
Yeah.
That's light.
Yeah. They're different pulley systems, that's why.
Yeah, because that's the lightest one.
Do we take your picture in that?
No.
That.
Yeah, but I'm videoing. You go in. Get down for we now.
Well, I'm on myself.
Pussy.
I know.
Here they are, unloading the ship from France. I wonder what they got aboard this time. Course, it don't matter much. Without paying the taxes and import duties in this country, there's money to be made on almost anything. More profitable than fishing, eh? As long as you doesn't get caught. Bring it ashore, boys.
Hier sind sie. Sie entladen das Schiff aus Frankreich. Ich wundere mich, was diesmal an Bord ist. Aber das ist nicht so wichtig. Wenn man nicht die englischen Steuern und den Zoll bezahlt, kann man mit fast allem Geld machen. Ja, das Schiff war.
had one battered old copy in the shop. So I get rid of the cover. I felt really sad. I got one I didn't use.
That's a gorge.
People actually look at that.
Looks like a gorge.
Glass cabinets have got the fairies and things.
Oh, Aaron.
Yeah.
You hold that. There's a toilet back there. You stay here though.
Alright.
Don't go drawing back the blind or looking in the street. Never asks no questions, isn't told a lie. Watch the wall, my darling, as the gentlemen go by.
That's right, my old mates. Turn your face to the wall. So if they ask you, you didn't see nothing, did you? We're talking about smuggling, see? Bringing goods into the country illegal like. And there was a time from about 1700 until, say, 1830, when everyone was at it.
Diverse vessels running large quantities of tea and brandy on the coasts of Kent and Sussex.
The ruder classes of inhabitants are famous for smuggling, for which they lie exceedingly.
For many of us, it was the only way to survive. And why? Taxes, that's what. England was always at war during the 16 and 1700s, and the government needed money to pay for it all. So, what happened? Right, up went the taxes. By the 1700s, the tax was so high on many of the important things we all needed that most people considered buying smuggled goods without any tax to be the only answer.
In every place I went, they drank no tea but what was rum.
Many great men not only connive at smuggling, but practice it. You were not respectable then if you weren't a smuggler.
That's right. It wasn't just the poor folk.
Brandy for the parson, baccy for the clerk, laces for a lady, letters for a spy. Watch the wall, my darling, while the gentlemen go by.
That's what they called us, the gentlemen. And the gentlemen were sailing across the France and the Low Countries, fetching back huge quantities of gin in small barrels called tubs, and tea in oilskin bags.
Some of the finest seamen in the world.
But the smugglers on land were just as important as the seamen. We wouldn't have got far without the lookout men. They watched from the cliff tops and signalled out to the smuggling ships.
Danger! Do not run the goods tonight.
That means the preventive men were out and about to catch us. Or,
all clear.
Come ashore, lads. We're waiting to unload. And we have bodyguards called batmen.
Step no further.
They have big clubs or bats, which they use to discourage any nosy parties from interrupting our work.
A good team could run 500 tubs ashore in 20 minutes.
Then once the tubs were hauled up the cliff, often by derrick crane, the tubmen carried them off into the night. Smuggled goods were hidden everywhere. Houses had false floors, chimneys and cupboards. Even churches had vaults set aside for storage. Barns, windmills, and of course, caves were used. And we used to encourage spooky stories to frighten people away from the hiding places. At Hurst-Monceau, 2 hours right from here, they said that if you heard the sound of the ghostly drummer, you'd better run. Them that saw him said he was 9 feet tall. The The gin and brandy we brought ashore was almost neat alcohol, and we watered it down later. Some of us had a sip first, though.
The sailor told me he had drunk no less than 2 gallons, and he was in a stupor for nearly a week afterwards.
We smuggled it strong, because you didn't want to carry a whole load of water now, did you? But it had to be the correct strength before selling on. We used Lovey's beads, little glass balls, each marked with a different number. You just dropped the bead with the strength number you wanted into the spirit, then poured in water until it popped up to the top. See? You won't believe this, but apparently during the years 1781 to 1784, just 4 years, more than 1 3/4 million gallons of gin were landed in Kent and Sussex, and 2.5 million pounds of tea. That's big business. And the payment for a night's work was more than a farm labourer could earn in a week.
John Oates.
Well, give me a black-eyed now for a pay.
Officers trying to stop the smugglers. These were just local men paid to patrol the coast, but most of them could easily be bribed or intimidated.
Do but dash a bottle of brandy in his face, and he's as blind as a beetle.
Of course, soldiers were sometimes called upon.
There are ways and means of taking off their edge, too.
And out at sea, the Board of Customs had revenue vessels which could usually be avoided. But in the mid-1700s, it all got out of hand.
Contempt for the law grew up under the smuggling system, and it was crowned with murder.
All along the south coast, bands of so-called smugglers sprang up and committed robberies, beatings and murders. Terrible harsh laws were brought in, and the gangs were eventually dispersed, jailed, or hanged. By the 1780s, they'd even brought in the Navy. Then,
England is at war with Napoleon.
Smugglers turned to ferrying spies. Can you believe it? For both sides.
The English smugglers are likable people and have the courage and ability to do anything for money.
When Napoleon was finally defeated in 1815, thousands of English soldiers and seamen returned home with no money and no work. Many of them joined the newly formed Coast Blockade, which was created especially to crush the smuggling trade. There were violent and bloody battles, sometimes with up to 500 smugglers at a time. Taxes were eventually lowered, which meant there was little profit to be made from smuggling. The blockade was disbanded in 1831, when smuggling was on the way, and the Coast Guard took over. Of course, smuggling still goes on in your time, but it's a very different world. The romantic days of tub running on the Hastings beaches, they are gone forever.
And that asks no questions, isn't told no lie. Watch the wall, my darling, as the gentlemen go by.
And watch out for me as you explore the caves. I'll be seeing you.
So deep. He's drunk. Someone broke that.
Locals could earn as much as a farm labourer's weekly wage in just one night for carrying tubs from the seashore to various hiding places. With a team of these tubmen running in all directions across the countryside, the risk of being caught was not very great.
way first. Wait for the reply. Oh look, the one at the back.
Oh yeah. Let me try.
Poor Daddy's got to do a lot of bending.
They literally.
Yeah, I'm doing something.
That's me lying there, stabbed through the ribs by my own mates. The customs men gave you a deal of money for information. I was tempted, and look what happened. Serves me right. Rough justice in them days, eh? Dead men tell no tales. Sorry.
There for you.
Don't be scared. It's only me. Remember the ghostly drummer of Hertzmann's song? Well, I think I hear him now.
There you go. That's good imaging. What they should do is actually got someone walking.
In the early 1700s, smuggling was so profitable that it was largely taken over by gangs who terrorized the locals. In one episode, a farm worker was whipped to death by the Hawkers gang, who quite wrongly accused him of stealing a bag of tea. Later, for this crime and other murders, 12 of the gang were caught, convicted, and hanged.
What do you mean, playing a smuggler?
Oh, that'll be the worst.
Oh, the club I never smuggled in my life.
We know you've been
smuggling. I ain't done nothing wrong, I tell you.
You can throw that to the court.
I'm just a fisherman. A fisherman, don't leave go. Here, get your hands off me. Witnesses. You can search inside, you'll find nothing.
Come here. Don't deny it.
Oh!
You have to come with us.
There's no need to be so
We're
rough.
not listening to you.
Many a bloody fact. It only took the government about 200 years to realize that the way to stop smuggling was to lower the tax. What a story, eh? Well, how did you grow up? Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye. Many a bloody battle. Oh, there was bad times. Eventually, the government lowered the taxes and the profit went out of smuggling. Different laws, very safe. You're fine, my friend. It only took the government about 200 years was to lower the tax. What a story, eh? Well, how did you farewell now? Be good. I'm going to get home there and back down with you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
You have been convicted on a very full and satisfactory evidence of deliberate murder, most justly ranked amongst the highest crimes human nature is capable. Christian charity obliges me to tell you that your time in this world will now be very short. And by the way, well, you shall be hanged by the neck until you shall win.
way out to the 1900s. Please have your passport ready.